So, welcome to the review of our CLA 45 AMG. It's a 2016 model. I bought this for my wife's Valentine's Day present. I was trying to encourage her to learn how to drive. And she currently doesn't like our family car. I've got a C-Class Mercedes limited edition that I use at the weekends. I've got a couple of motorcycles, and then my daily vehicle is a 700 brake Subaru STI 2015. And unfortunately, for where we live, that car just gets pulled over way too often, even when you're not doing anything wrong. So here's one of my favorite features. It tells you the transmission temperature, the coolant temperature, and the gearbox temperature, which I think is important in these high performance vehicles. So city MPG is 11.7 miles per gallon. You can get a little better. 23.2 mpg. As for freeway, if you do a long trip, you can get 33.6. That's the best I've ever gotten. My average, though, is 13.4, and that is over a 170-mile period. I do reset it, and this is about the average I do get. After about 3 months of my wife still not wanting to learn how to drive, she's just used to having people drive around for her whole adult life. So I decided to actually get rid of my STI, and I am just dailying this CLA 45 because otherwise it's just sitting, unfortunately. Before, I was just using it when we would go to like dinners, or if we had a function to go to together, then I would just drive her in this. But now I'm just going to daily it. So put my German Shepherd in the back. We're taking it on trips. Any place we need, like it'd be better to have 4-wheel drive. Like in the bad weather, I take this car out. I do have a C55 as well, but that's rear wheel drive, and in bad conditions it's kind of slippery. I do really like this car. It rides really nice. I wouldn't pick it though. So my wife chose this one. This was $65,150 US. That's so close to the new C63 in 2016. So I would have rather have just got one of those. So since I actually do have two other C classes, the C class interior is nicer than the CLA interior, which makes sense. This is like new to the US market, but they've been around in the European countries for a while, and this is below a C class. But honestly, it does the job for right now. I am gonna just get a W205 C63. Decide on that since I'm having to drive it all the time, anyways. Might as well get what I would prefer to drive. And plus, I really do not like the front wheel drive bias. So the CLA 45 is a front wheel drive biased car. You can notice this, especially on long trips on the freeway. And I just don't like how it feels. I really just like rear wheel drive, or if I have a 4-wheel drive, I like it to be rear wheel biased so I can kick out the rear end a little bit. So here's the C63 that I gave her the option if she wanted. It had the performance seats instead of the CLA 45, but she chose the CLA 45 because she said if she learns to drive in it, this would be an easier car, and the salesman agreed.
I got this car for my Valentine's Day gift 2016, and I think it's a lovely car. It's not too big, and it's nice and compact. It does fit in 4 adults, nice and comfortable. We even put our German Shepherd in the back, and she seemed to love the space behind her. There's plenty of leg room, as you can see, and my husband's quite tall, so that's a plus. We paid for the Napa leather upgrade,
Sunroof.
and we also had the sunroof, which I think is a must in this car. And we have the upgraded stereo, which I think you should always purchase because you can never go wrong with quality music. We got the two-tone leather, which I think looks amazing in this car. I've not seen many cars with that colour combination, and as you can see, it looks really stylish and classy. The sunroof is a fantastic addition. If you don't have this as an option, I think you're missing out because it lets in a lot of nice natural light. The one thing I didn't like about this car was that the aircon valves were a bit plasticky, and I don't think that really did any favours for this car because the rest of it is really high quality. Compared to the C63, I think this car is more of an introduction level, maybe for a younger person wanting to get onto the ladder. Thinking about my decision of picking the CLA 45 over the C63 was a mistake because they're so close in the price, that it makes much more sense to get the C63 because the interior quality is much higher and you get a lot more car for your money.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. And yes, I have ordered my W205 C63. And here it is.